everyone, welcome back to ONYX Pages. It has been a minute, and that is okay. I'm in Jerry. Thank you very much. I'm trying to get comfortable here. And okay, there we go. I'm in Jerry, and it has been some time since I had posted a video, and that's how life is sometimes. I'm really happy to be back because I got an ARC in the mail. And it is a book. It is the most exciting ARC I've ever received in my entire life. And it is a book that I knew was coming and is finally here. And I'm very excited. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, I'm ONYX Pages on most platforms. You would have seen a teaser post today where I asked people to guess the book. And at least one person got it right, so congratulations, Supernova. But yes, without further ado, I would like to introduce you to the latest ARC in my collection of Black speculative fiction, and that is Blackheart Man!
Yay!
By Nalo Hopkinson! I'm very excited. Some people say Nalo, it's Nalo. So, this is Blackheart Man. The first thing that I notice is the cover. This cover is different from Nalo's usual covers. So her first set of books had very kind of kaleidoscopic covers. There's going to be an avalanche, I promise you. Okay, so if we look at the first run of some of her books, so Brown Girl in the Ring, so you're seeing lots of color, lots of kind of chaotic images, which I like, so chaotic is not bad, but just lots of, lots going on, lots of color, a little bit of like abstractness, a bit of a collage, if you will, right? So a lot going on. Very, very busy. Very, very colorful. And then we see some of her books starting to integrate photography. So my favorite one, New Moon's Arms, Mojo. And then we also see, okay, I don't think I'll be able to do this. Oh, maybe. And then Chaos. So we see some photography. Now, obviously, I know that there have been various reprints of her works with different cover art, but this one's a little bit different. This version of Skin Folk, definitely we see a little bit more of the streamlined art, but still dark, energetic covers. And then we have this, which is very different, more streamlined art. It actually, as soon as I saw this, it actually reminded me of the cover of Son of the Storm. Just again, not because the art is similar, because it's not, but just kind of the soft edges, sort of kind of muted color a little bit. So, actually, it's the same. Is it the same? No, it's not the same publisher. No, this is Saga Press. So, yeah, I guess we'll see. Anyway, I do like the cover. I also notice on the cover that we have this masculine appearing person who might be indigenous. Now, again, most of Hopkinson's works feature Black femmes, right? So it's unusual to have a book that doesn't have what appears to be a Black woman at the center of it. So that's going to be really interesting. Are there Black femme characters? How do they figure into the text? That'll be a question. And then, of course, you see that there are figures on the cover that are Black femme faces, although it is not clear if these are humans. And then on top, we've got alligator or crocodile appearing heads. So Is that a god? Is that a monster? Is that just a legit crocodile? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. So Blackheart Man, a novel. I wonder what the last, I should know this, the last novel she wrote, what was that? It looks like it was Sister Mine, but I'm not certain. I'm not sure if they're written in order here. Okay. So what is Blackheart Man about? I'm going to read the back. The magical island of Chin Chin is facing conquerors from abroad, and something sinister from within in this entrancing fantasy from the Grandmaster award-winning author Nalo Hopkinson. So there's a magical island. Great. Maybe there will be mermaids. Probably not, but who knows? But there's a magical island called Chin Chin. There are conquerors from abroad, so there's colonization, which is bad. Something sinister from within. So within the island, is this like some kind of energy from the island itself? So, I mean, she already told us it's a magical island, so there's obviously something in the island. So to have an entire mass of the earth being magical is really fascinating. Okay, so that's the little blurb. Veikosi, who I think is this person. Veikosi, in training as a griot, and a griot is a historian and a musician, hopes to sail off to examine the rare Alamat Book of Light, and thus secure a spot for himself on Chin Chin's Colloquium of Scholars. So Veikosi wants to be in the in crowd, wants to be a scholar, probably some class, some social capital, some elitism perhaps connected with that. And he wants to go far away and examine the rare Alamat Book of Light. I don't know what that is, so we'll find out. However, unexpected events prevent that from happening. 15 Yamisen galleons arrive in the harbor to force a trade agreement on Chin Chin. Galleons, thanks to Tomi, I have learned, are boats. Spanish boats that brought cargo.
Spanish ships.
Spanish ships. Correction. Okay. Veikosi tries to help because they're trying to force this trade agreement. Veikosi tries to help, hoping to prove himself with a bold move. What's the move? Who knows? But quickly finds himself in way over his head. The hubris of youth. So bad turns to worse when malign forces start stirring. Okay, so we have bad energy starting to stir. Pickens, which are children, are disappearing. So disappearing children, bad. And an ancient invading army, long frozen into pitch, which is tar, statues, by island witches is stirring to life. Okay, so there were witches on the island, and they froze an ancient invading army into tar statues, which are now coming to life. So we have colonizers, current colonizers, and then we have an ancient invading army brought to life. Like, whose side are we on? Okay, so led by the fearsome demon known as the Blackheart Man. So we've got a demon that's leading these statues that were turned into tar by island witches, disappearing children, colonizer boats, and then there's Veikosi, who wants to be the scholar. So Veikosi has problems in his polyamorous personal life. So polyamory, check. And how much can a poor student take? Well, clearly lots. Or how much can he cause all by himself, as the line between myth and history blends in this delightfully sly tale by one of our greatest novelists. So I love this idea of the tale being delightfully sly. So it's almost as though Nalo is going to be tricking us into a new or more complicated understanding of good and bad. I don't know. Ancient and modern. I don't know. I have no idea. What I am sure of is that I'm going to love this because it's Nalo and I love everything she's written. But also, it's just fresh and new and very, very interesting. So this comes in, the art comes in at 369 pages. There is a letter in the front written by the publisher. And it says this: "Dear fellow lover of lovable liars, I first met Nalo Hopkinson in '99 when I was curating a reading series downtown in Chelsea on the Dark Night, which is Mondays for you non-theater folks. The Dark Night of an indie venue called Dixon Place. Nalo's first novel, The Brown Girl in the Ring, had just taken home a couple of major awards, and her next novel, Midnight Robber, was still forthcoming. Nalo was the it writer in the field, and one of the local hip-hop musician, DJ Spooky, a science fiction and fantasy lover, writer, and great soul, he gave up a high-paying gig in Germany to provide background music to Nalo's reading of a carnival scene from Midnight Robber. No lie, I was transported. I was there on the page. There was this moment when Paul, DJ Spooky, and Nalo just snapped into sync, and the beats were going, and Nalo's patois was singing, and it was the most alive reading experience I've ever had in my life. Nalo and Paul each got 50 from me, much to Paul's manager's endless lament as I helped his crew pack up his gear. 24 years later, I'm running Saga Press, and Nalo is the youngest recipient of the field's highest awards with 2021's Damon Knight Memorial Grandmaster Award. Sometimes life is a crooked way forward. You have here Nalo's first novel in too many years. I'll give you a clue how I feel about it. As I first read the draft, I thought of Toni Morrison's Song of Solomon. This is the story of Chin Chin, a Caribbean-inspired nation that is creating its own history and narrative. And Vekosi, our main character, is as messy as actual history, full of passion for the truth he senses is riding inside the narrative of his nation. Let me know if you find that truth through this gem." Okay, so that was written by Joe. I'm looking forward to this. One of the reasons, so this is 2024 that this is coming out. It's coming out on August 20th, which is our anniversary. So I feel like it's a gift. So thanks, Nalo. But I think that it's been some time since she's written a novel, since she's published a novel. She has done, so since her last novel, which I want to say is Sister Mine, I think. But since then, she's delved into comics. She's also moved to California and taught at the University of Los Angeles, UCLA, University of California. Right, no, but it's UC Riverside. Right, so University of California, Riverside. So she taught there, and then she moved back to Canada and is teaching as well. And so I'm just really interested in whether her writing has changed, whether her inquiries have changed, how her writing has been influenced by all of the creative writing she's helped students shape. Like, obviously when you're teaching others, and writing yourself and moving and so on, and learning and growing and all of those things, it must impact how you see the world and what you want to share with your readers. So I'm just really, really excited to see what Nalo has for us. And I'm so grateful that I have in my hands another book written by my favorite author. And there's more. So what has also been listed in this is the collection Jamaica Ginger and Other Concoctions, which is forthcoming. So there's going to be a collection of Nalo's short works in the near Afro future. And that makes me very happy. Okay, so please let me know in the comments if you are interested in reading Blackheart Man by Nalo Hopkinson. Also, what books written by Nalo Hopkinson, or comics, or short stories, or essays have you read, and what did you think of them? And if you have watched this video all the way to the end, here's what I'd like you to put in your comments. Obviously, a black heart, but also, I don't know if there's a crocodile emoji, but if there is one of those, and a black woman, and something that's yellow or blue or orange or green or brown.
Or a sailboat.
Or a sailboat. Please, whatever you do, make sure there's a boat for Tomi, okay? Because Tomi has spoken. So there must be a sailboat. Yes, so that is it. That is the arc. Congratulations to all the people who guessed correctly on Instagram. And I will probably share my thoughts on, the reading, how I like it, and all of that on Instagram. So if you're not following me there, please do. I'm ONYX Pages, as I mentioned, on all platforms. I think that's about it. Is there anything else I need to add? We're good to go? Okay, everybody, remember to read with purpose. And I will see you at another time. Thank you very much for watching this video and for supporting the channel. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.